Destination Space, and we're just moments away from the unveiling of Space Shuttle Atlantis in her new home at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie Brockington, and officials are peeling that protective wrapper off the shuttle today. The Atlantis exhibit at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex opens in about a month, but today NASA is unveiling the shuttle in its new home. News 13's Greg Pallone joins us live from the exhibit. And Greg, how's the unveiling coming along?
Jackie, can't get any closer than we are, and what guests will see once this exhibit open. I'm just going to step out of the way, and we can watch as crews there on that lift, if you will. They are slowly peeling away this protective wrap, which has enclosed and protected Shuttle Atlantis here since the construction process has been going on since it was brought in about 4 months or so ago. So things are going very well. And what we're going to be seeing here in just a moment, as these folks are using kind of an X-Acto knife, if you will, to peel away this protective covering. It's about 16,000 square feet of plastic shrink wrap, which has encased the shuttle to protect it while construction has been going on. And those guys right there on that lift, what they're doing is slowly peeling away, kind of like an onion. It's been described to us. As just a little while ago you saw live right here on News 13. The front part of the nose section of the shuttle was unveiled, and that exposed the shuttle for the first time in several months. And now those guys are going to get on top of this portion of the shrink wrap, and they're going to use that knife and cut the top part, and it's going to fall away. And what we're going to see is the name of this spacecraft, which has flown 33 missions in space, and now is a part of this permanent exhibit here at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, a $100 million new home where folks will be able to see the shuttle really as if it were flying in space, as we've described to you over the last a couple of years since the last mission in July of 2011. So Jackie, we're getting ready to see this, and we heard some applause earlier when the first part of the protective wrap came off, and now this part right here surely will get some applause.
I'm sure it will. And Greg, this is the youngest of the fleet, is it not? But it was very hard working. It didn't just go up and down as we heard earlier. This worked well up there.
Oh, totally. This shuttle was involved in several important missions. The Hubble Space Telescope deployment, also one of the key missions to repair the Hubble Space Telescope, ferrying hundreds of astronauts up to space, spending several missions up at the International Space Station, of course, bringing some key components up to the International Space Station, which is the shuttle program became the workhorse to be able to build the International Space Station, that incredible orbiting scientific laboratory, which is still up in space today, which is expected to last until well past 2020. The space station could not have been built without the shuttle, and Atlantis certainly was a part of that. The remaining 3 shuttles, very key components in being able to haul the parts to the space station, also other scientific experiments, of course, crew going up there as well. And so since this shuttle landed here at the Kennedy Space Center back in July 2011, there was that push to try to keep a shuttle here on the Space Coast, and the visitor complex certainly putting in this plan to get this 90,000 square foot facility built, and the showcase, the centerpiece, is Shuttle Atlantis. Okay?
Let me ask you, how long do you think it's going to take? Do they expect it to take before they get all of that shrink wrap off?
Well, they're talking about the better part of the day. They're talking about the last part coming off sometime later this afternoon, perhaps early evening. Of course, if you listening to Tim Macy, the project manager here just a few moments ago here, talking about they're going to take their time. This shuttle deserves this. It had spent all those missions in space, endured space and re-entry and launch, and now they're going to take their time, because this is the crown jewel of this exhibit, the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit, which is opening on June 29th. So they're going to take their time with this, and hopefully here in the next few seconds we're going to get that top portion of that section of wrap off, so we can see the name of the shuttle.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. News 13's Greg Pallone at the Kennedy Center Visitor. Oh, okay, I guess we're going to wait, because the name, Greg, I understand, is not far away from being seen. We'll see Atlantis' name.
That's right, that's what we're waiting on, and once those two two workers up there on that lift get that top portion off. They're pointing right now so they can get the top part. You can actually see where they are. They're right around the cockpit of the shuttle. And of course, anyone who's watched the shuttle program knows the name of each shuttle is right below the windows of the cockpit of the shuttle. So we're going to see Atlantis, the actual name of the shuttle, going to be popping off here in just a moment. I'll tell you what, Jackie, why don't we bring in, real quickly, let's bring in Tim Macy, the project manager. Tim, we were talking just a few moments ago, and the delicate process, and these guys are not in any rush.
No, you know, and the other 35 times we've done this, it's gone a lot faster. Well, obviously, it's the first and only time we do it, so we're going to take it really, really slow. There's two groups working, and they have to work together. The intent is not to let the plastic slide down if we can avoid it. It's not going to do a lot of harm, but why risk it is what we say here. So a little slower than we thought, but we're moving at a pretty good pace. We're happy with it.
There have been several milestones for the exhibit as you guys have been progressing. The work has gone very well here. This, of course, one of the milestones, and this is what millions of people will see in the coming years. They will see the name of this shuttle, and that's exactly the name of this exhibit.
That's it. Space Shuttle Atlantis. That's the name of the exhibit. We're gonna reveal her name on the side, which is that iconic view that you see of all the shuttles when their names come on, and it's really special. I mean, I said it 100 times, but this is an icon, and this is a priceless artifact, and it's really fantastic that it's here on the Space Coast because so many people for so long have put this project in place, and we're really honored. Delaware North Companies that actually operates and maintains the visitor complex here are very honored by the fact that we've been given the opportunity to maintain this priceless artifact.
All right, Tim, we're going to pause for just a moment. Jackie, I know you had a question.
I did.
These guys, go ahead.
My question is, what are they going to see once the visitors, get to go and get as close as they can to it?
Well, this is going to be an incredible exhibit. I mean, if you look at where we are, we're just a few feet from the shuttle itself. This is where visitors will be able to walk up close to the shuttle. They won't be able to touch it, but you will be about as close as you can get to anything. I mean, this type of exhibit it's not hands-on, but it is as close as you can get. So people will see the shuttle in a 43-degree angle as if it were in orbit, floating in space. The payload bay doors will be open, and if I'm not mistaken, there'll be a mock-up of the Hubble Space Telescope eventually in the payload bay as well. So people will see this shuttle as it was working in orbit. So it's not just sitting perhaps, but people can envision what it will be, what it was like when the shuttle was actually working for the 30 years up in space since it originally launched back in 1984. So we're making some progress here. These fellas got that knife, and they're right at the top of the plastic, moving away just a bit.
And taking their time, making sure that nothing is damaged.
That's right, and it looks like they have a wire on the top of that so that it doesn't fall to the ground. It's at least 100 feet, 50 feet to the ground, about 30, 35 feet down to the ground, so it's pretty far down. They want to make sure that the wrap doesn't land on anything, that it doesn't damage the shuttle in any way. Tim Macy just told us a moment ago, they don't expect that to happen, but you want to be very careful just in case. And there you see the hands of one of them. They're about to pull it down here any moment, Jackie.
I saw some of the workers on the sidelines taking pictures, all very excited to see this. It's a pretty neat moment coming up.
These construction workers have been working night and day to try to get this exhibit ready. They are naturally excited about this. I mean, they are taking pictures. This is something that they're very proud of. You got some local construction crews who have been working on this, very passionate about this in the space program. This is where we live, and that wrap, here it comes, peeling away. We see an A.
We see
and
an
on the
A.
other side, and on the other side, you see the S. And in just a moment,
we'll probably hear a lot of cheering too.
Get ready for it. Hold your ears.
It's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting, and this is exactly what they had envisioned, and this is the way it is all coming to fruition.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
The unveiling of the exhibit that will be open to the public in June, and there it is, Atlantis in all her glory.
There's that applause we were waiting for.
That is it. Pretty exciting.
Tim Macy just told us a moment ago, Jackie, doesn't get any more real than this, and that is a real spacecraft. and people will be able to see a real spacecraft.
Up close and
their
personal.
hope is, yeah, well, that's the thing. They're hoping this will be an educational opportunity. Everyone kind of harps on the fact that the shuttle program is now retired. What are we going to do next? But the shuttle's mission now is one of education, and this exhibit is certainly one to inspire for future generations who want to become engineers or mathematicians or one day perhaps astronauts.
All right, thanks so much. News 13's Greg Pallone live at the Kennedy Center, at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Now we want you to